AI is going to take your job. That's the message. That's what everyone's telling you. It's probably not true. There are a lot of jobs that are being lost towards this AI crap, and a lot of people are going to have to retool. The coal miners are going to have to learn to code. The coders are going to have to learn how to, I don't know, plumb. Um, the economy is shifting to a rent-seeking economy that it's gonna implode because you don't have enough people that can pay the rents for all the rent seeking that's going on. I mean, you've got a lot of people, and if you suck a little bit off of everybody, that's cool. This thing's gonna break sooner or later. That could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. The key to figuring out how to navigate this hellscape is in having real relationships with real people and doing real things with real people and having actual community that meets in person. There's been this zeitgeist going on where people think that they can outsource more and more and more and more of their humanity and let someone else do that part. We've got people that think that kids don't need two parents. We've got people who think that they don't need a gun because the government has guns. There are people who honestly believe that they don't need other people. It's not true. It's not even true for it might be true for a few people. Honestly, there are some people who really just are happy to ball up their entire existence into an online hellscape and order everything out and I don't know, hire someone to clean their toilet for them. I don't know. I mean, it is possible to live so disconnected in our current modern society. It can't be healthy. There's just no way. We've got to remember the human connection part. We can't do everything by ourselves. We can't. Who's growing your food? Unless it's you, you're not doing it yourself. Who built your house? Unless it's you, someone else did it. That's someone else doing something for you. We can't live without other people very well. We're not very well attuned to it. There was a guy who called himself Ishi, which just meant man in his language. He was the last, I think it was Yahi, living in the wild in California. His group got pushed aside over and over again by railroads and growth in California, and he had been living with his mother and his sister, I think, and finally they both died, and he was alone. This man could outlive anyone in the wilderness. He had every tool in the toolbox to continue to live, except for other people. That poor guy crawled out of the mountains and ended up being a museum exhibit in the Bay Area. He made a couple new friends. You'll see their names sometimes on freeways and stuff. There was one guy, Waterman. He was a university professor or something like that. But he called him Watermany, I think, in the book that I read. I actually read 2 books on this guy. We need other people, guys. We can't do it alone. We can't live 100% online. We can't substitute nature with screens. We just can't do it, um, and be healthy. I mean, this poor guy, he would take these guys on field trips. They wanted to know everything about him because they were archaeologists, right? He got funneled towards an archaeology museum, basically, and he would take these guys out on. He took them out, I think, on 1 or 2 field trips back to where he used to live, and he showed them how he used to fish, and he showed him how you use your long hair to help other people swim if they get stuck in the water, and like he showed them a bunch of his life skills. He showed them how to make a bow, how to shoot a bow, uh, uh, how to account for the bending of the staff when you throw a spear into the water because of the refraction of light, right? He showed them all this stuff because he wanted to share something of who he was with other people. He needed other people, right? Um, Even the most introverted of us. I mean, if we're not around other people, um, we're not healthy at all. Not at all. So, as you think AI is coming for your job, try to figure out how in your next thing you can be with other people. Because I think I could be wrong about this. I think that the market is going to be in personal, in-person stuff that you can't outsource to uh, an iRobot or an algorithm on your screen, right? Even some of the stuff you can outsource, I'm not sure you're going to want to. Some people will insist on it. It might become, I mean, I heard this thing that these were going to become luxury goods. Real people are a luxury good, right? Maybe. We'll see. But I think that, if you haven't figured out how to rent seek off of people yet, then your best bet is probably to figure out how to be lovely with other people, right? Um, that's all I got. Um, I don't have grand insight. I'm not an economist. I think a lot of the economists are wrong anyway. But we'll see how this goes. A lot of people are feeling a lot of squeeze right now. A lot of people are holding on to jobs tightly right now because they're afraid they're going to lose it. A lot of people are feeling anxious right now, and I get it. And what do we do with that anxiety? Oh, hello, little mouse. Oh my god, that was a little field mouse. So I finally figured out, maybe, who's living right here. This has been my partner. I can see there's a little hole there. I don't know if that was his hole or not. I just saw this cute little guy. It looked like a field mouse. So I've seen a lot of mice, but this one had a very curved back. Looked very tuned to hopping, and he hopped away from me. Very cool little guy. Almost looks like a little tiny kangaroo. No. Anyway, I think I've done this enough. Maybe he's wanting to say hi. I don't know. In person, guys. In person is where it's at. A lot of people thought they could have remote jobs and live in a beautiful place and transfer electric money for their electric job, and the employers didn't like it. They wanted to downsize anyway. They forced you back into office, and now they're dumping you because they want to make money. We gotta. I did a video about real money. I think I did a couple videos about real money. Our time, our attention, our trust those are what we got that people can't take away from us. And the trust part, that's interpersonal, right? Our time and attention, we can do that by ourselves. But when we get into trusting relationships and having, you know, trading goods, trading services, being a community, making it work together, when it comes to that kind of stuff, that's in person is better, in my opinion. It's a value judgment. You could disagree with me. I think that this technocratic crap is not going to be good for us if we allow it to stand in for other human beings. I think that there is potential here with all this technological stuff to make some aspects of life really cool and interesting. But if we're using tech to replace interpersonal contact, we're in deep doo-doo. It's bad. So find real people, keep real people, work on the relationships that are rough. There's a lot of spiritual, advice out there for purging toxic people in your life. And yeah, if they're really toxic, if you can't make it work with that person, that's fine. It may be, though, that there's something that you both see of value in that relationship and you need to fucking work it out. It's hard work. It's really hard work. But don't just give up on others willy-nilly, right? Anyway. AI, okay. It's not a person. It doesn't really even have a personality. It doesn't ruminate like a person does. It doesn't have conflicts the way a person does. It doesn't change how it feels about something over time. People are different, man. Don't go thinking these computers are people. God, they're not people. Heard there's a story on the news here a couple weeks ago of some poor bastard went and was using his chat GPT or some other AI to as a therapist, and I guess he got this thing to help him design the perfect suicide and went and did it. I mean, you might meet a person so screwed up as to help someone design a perfect suicide and go do it, young man. Like, you might bump into someone that messed up, but the computer's that messed up by default. They don't care about other people. They can't care. We got it. We got to reach out to other people personally. Don't outsource it. Don't outsource it. People love to outsource. It's something that makes life easier as you outsource it. Someone else will make the food. Someone else will make that knife that I need. Someone else will make my shoes. Someone else will go mine the gasoline for my car. Someone else will go mine the lithium for my other car. We outsource. It's what makes us so successful as a species in terms of procreation and technology, right? Is that we outsource very well. Don't outsource humanity. That's a whole other frontier of who knows what if you start outsourcing humanity entirely. Take care. Have a good one.